What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Not Tuah Podcast. I'm your host, and this is episode 2 of the podcast. Well, technically, it's episode 3, but episode 2 has been pulled off the air. It's lost media. Episode 2 of the Not Tuah Podcast is lost media, which is good for me because we did discuss a few topics in that show, in that episode, that I would like to reuse. So now, if I do reuse them, it's like I'm not really treading on old ground, you know. Um, but yeah, that's what's been going on. Episode 2 of the Not To a Podcast is lost media. There's gonna be a fucking subreddit for the episode. It's gonna be on like 7 different fucking YouTube channels. Yeah, I'll be real with you. I don't really see the appeal of lost media. It's such a big, like, cultural thing now. You know, people, the fucking, celebrity number 6, that's like quote unquote technically lost media. It's just a picture of some woman, you know? For those of you who don't know about celebrity number 6, there was a Redditor, always fucking, this always starts on Reddit or 4chan, never on any of the normal social media platforms. But there was a Redditor, and they bought like a tote bag, I think. They bought a tote bag, and the design was just like a bunch of photographs of different celebrities, but it was like monotone, blue and white. So, you know, unless you knew who the celebrity was, you couldn't like really make it out. And there were a couple different celebrities on there, and for some reason people were like obsessed with identifying all of them. And within like a few days of the bag making its first public appearance, people had identified 5 of the celebrities, but there was the 6th celebrity, and people were like, I don't know, who is this? And that was like a fucking years-long mystery for some reason. And eventually, just a couple weeks ago, I believe, they found out who celebrity number 6 is, and she posted like a picture on her Instagram, like, oh my god, hi guys, it's me. Here's the original photo. Which, you know, that must be good for her. I actually don't. I think she's like a Spanish celebrity. Definitely not one that I've heard of. Which that might also be why it was so hard to find her. Because Reddit, you know, being an American social media platform, has mostly English speaking users. And she was a Spanish, I think she was Spanish, celebrity. So I mean, yeah, that would be good. Cause like, if she wasn't popular, like if her career was waning or on the decline, you know, this lost media hunt suddenly revitalized interest in her career. So there's that. I guess you could do a documentary about it. Documentary. Stress goes on meant. Documentary. I put it on documentary. That's not right. Documentary. Okay. But yeah, I've been chilling. You know, fucking. School started this week. My college has spun up again, back on their bullshit, aka the semester started. Yeah, I'm currently in my 5th semester. That is, I've started my 3rd year. 3rd year, 1st semester. That's my junior year for all my American viewers. That's crazy. That's crazy to think that I'm halfway done with my college degree. Halfway done with my college degree, and I don't feel ready to be working in the industry, computer science. For those of you unaware, I'm an Indian guy, so of course I'm studying computer science. Yeah, I don't know. It's been 2 years, and I feel like I should know more. Which, yeah, I guess part of the college thing is that you're supposed to teach yourself. I don't know. It's like I flip flop. Some days I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know anything. I'm gonna be homeless. I'm gonna be starving, dead in a sewer. Within like 2 days of graduating, I'm gonna be dead in the fucking sewer. And then on other days, I'm like, you know what, man? I'm the greatest there's ever been. I'm gonna become the CEO of Google, Microsoft, and Amazon all at the same time. And I'm gonna earn a quadrillion bajillion dollars. And it's all gonna work out. So, I don't know. And also, like, the CS job market, not in a favorable condition right now. Although, I guess it's more like a global economic. I'm not a fucking economist. I'm not a smart guy. I don't know anything about finance. But I've heard some people call this a recession that we're in. Much like the 2008 recession. Which, maybe this might be because it happened in the past and we're able to, like, more clearly examine the situation. But the 2008 recession felt worse than what we're going through right now. This might just be the start, who knows? But I feel like people were worse off in 2008. I wouldn't know, I was fucking 4 years old. Yeah. Alright. Fuck it, let's get into the topic, man. As mentioned in episode 1, I have like a Google Doc of topics for each episode of the podcast. Episode 1 had 4 topics, and I didn't even cover all 4 of them. I covered 3 of them. Episode 2, the lost episode 2, had 3 topics, and we definitely discussed more, because we spin off into tangents. Episode 2, by the way, was a guest episode, with I'm not gonna tell you guys, because you won't fucking know who he is. And then episode 3 had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 topics. So that's more topics than the first 2 episodes combined. And of course I'm going to spin off into tangents here as well. I started off with a tangent about lost media. Episode 3 has 8 topics. Honestly, I might not discuss all of these. Let's see. I can skip that one. I can save that for a later episode. I'm gonna strike that off right now. Okay. I don't know if you could hear the keyboard there. I love a loud keyboard. Not like loud keyboards, but I do like a keyboard sound. The clackety 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 mechanical keyboard, I believe. I want a mechanical keyboard. I don't care about the tactile feeling of the keys. I just want it for the sound. The sound, the aesthetic. The aesthetic a lot. Yeah, I am one of those people. Okay? One of those people. I need 3 monitors, light up keyboard, ergonomic chair. One of those fucking mouse mats that go across your whole desk. I'm one of those people. Computer with a see-through glass wall on the side. That'd be fun. But yeah, if you want a light up keyboard, you're gonna need to splurge on a mechanical keyboard. They don't really do light up membrane keyboards. For those of you curious, by the way, here's my current spec. A computer is just a fucking laptop. Not even a good one. I think it's like a 12-year-old laptop at this point. No, maybe not 12. Maybe 10. Yeah, 10 years old. 10-year-old laptop. It has a node alert. Node stat alert. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM, an i7 5500U, 2.4 gigahertz, and NVIDIA GeForce 940M. So I'm struggling a little bit. Can't play any of these modern games, Can't play. Can't play Uncharted. That one's rough. I really wanted to play Uncharted. I played Uncharted 4 on my friend's PS4 when I was in 9th grade. Must have been 9th grade. I played Uncharted 4 and I really liked it. I had fun. It was an interesting game. And so when I heard the PC port was coming out, I wanted to try it. And turns out I can't play it because it needs a direct 3D feature level 13. And my computer only supports feature level 11. That's hard to say. Feature level 11. Level 11. Okay. So I can't play Uncharted. I can't play The Last of Us. I also wanted to play The Last of Us. All the Sony games, all the Sony published games, they have a certain look to them. Minimal UI, over-the-shoulder camera, third person, always third person. Very story heavy. No cutscenes, or like if there are cutscenes, it's like a smooth transition. In other games, they would do like not weirdo, but they would do camera angles. And Sony games, they don't do that. They like move the camera a bit, but you could still get that angle just by moving the camera yourself. They don't do any like TV show style angles, I guess. So yeah, that's what a Sony published game is like. Except Spider-Man. For some reason, Spider-Man breaks the mold on the Sony PS4 games. That is odd. But yeah, your Uncharted, your God of War, and your Last of Us, yeah. How do you pluralize Last of Us? Last of Us is. Sounds right. But then I feel like the last should also be pluralized. Last, LASTS, OF, USSES, yeah. Last of Us. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a tangent. Alright. Let's get into these topics. Speaking of games, chat, I have some very unfortunate news. I lost my wordle streak. Yeah, I know. Quiet down. I know this is a very troubling time for all of us. It's always painful to lose a wordle streak. I had a fucking huge wordle streak too. 459 days. 459 days I had a wordle streak going. And then I lost it. Lost it on the word halve. HALVE. And this was an entirely preventable loss. Because my fifth guess was value. VALUE. And I got greens. I got the A and the L and the E to be green. And I had a yellow. I had the V to be yellow. Now the A, L and E were green. That leaves only two unknown letters. but we have a V, and that is yellow. So that obviously means that there is a V in the word, but it's not the first letter of the word. So if you move that to the only other possible position, you get ALVE, and then the first letter is like missing. My fucking stupid dumb ass decided to do valve, VALVE, when I knew I had the information. I knew that the first letter would not be V. And yet, I did fucking valve. That, oh my god, that just fucking like pissed me off. Thinking about it just pissed me off. Although even then, like if I had noticed the V and I made the right judgment, it still would have been a 50-50 shot. Because I still had my S available, I believe. I have a screenshot of the wordle, I can look that up. Hang on. I have a screenshot of my wordle performance. Oh no, I did not have an S. Okay. Okay, so if I wasn't a fucking idiot, I would have gotten the wordle. Fuck. I spent all this time thinking that my S wasn't available. And so if I did get the V in the right place, that would have still been a 50-50 shot between salve and halve. Also, I know it's not pronounced halve, but I don't know. I think it should be pronounced halve. Because halve, yeah, I guess I could say halve. Because the other word is have. I thought I would have confused it with have and halve. Okay, whatever. Salve and halve, yeah. I thought those were my two options, so even if that would have been a 50-50 chance. But no, it would have been 100% if I got the V in the right place. But I don't know, I feel kind of relieved to have lost the streak. You know, I don't have that performance anxiety anymore. Every morning I would wake up and a performance was demanded of me. For context, I am in a wordle group chat with a bunch of my friends. And one of them particularly was getting pissed off that I had such a long streak, just waiting for it to die out. So it felt like a performance was demanded of me every morning when I do the. Also, further context, I know some people wait up until midnight to do the wordle. I know some people just do it whenever they have the time. I do the wordle first thing in the morning. Like, I wake up, my eyes are still heavy, they're like half closed, and I still try to do the wordle. And you know what? That's gonna be my excuse. That's why I put the double V, even though I knew it was wrong. That's gonna be my excuse. I do the wordle half asleep, because I like the added challenge of like not being fully awake and kind of like a limited brain function. It's like the fact that I made it 459 days of like doing the wordle half asleep. Kind of impressive. There were some days where I did the wordle a bit late because I was like rushing in the morning. And there was one day where I almost forgot and I remembered at like 10 p.m. Yeah. That would have been a less embarrassing way to go if I didn't forgot to do my wordle that day. But yeah, I felt kind of relieved. I don't have to live up to the expectation of being the owner of the longest wordle streak on the server. And I feel like that kind of reflected in my recent performance because I lost the wordle today, and well, um, yeah, lost the wordle today. Lost it on a double letter, and then I used a double letter when there were no double letters in the word. I don't know why I did that. Again, I was half asleep. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I feel I can like take it more easy now. Now it's just a game again. Back when I had my streak, it was a I don't want to say a chore, but it did feel like, you know, I had to meet expectations with my wordle every day. The expectation being that I complete the wordle. High, high pressure to complete a wordle every day. So, I don't know, you know? The sky seemed more vibrant. Well, no, not really, because the day that I did lose my wordle, it was like gray sky and it was raining. Looked very sad. That was also the same day that Liam Payne died from One Direction. So maybe the skies were grey for all the directioners out there, and my wordle thing was just a coincidence. But you know, two things of great importance died that day. Um, yeah, man, Liam Payne. I was never a directioner myself, but I could tell, you know, he was much beloved by his fans. 31 years old, very young, very sad. I do like that one Harry Styles, no, two of them. I like Watermelon Sugar, and I like As It Was. So I'm like imagining to myself, if Harry Styles was the one that died, I'd be like, oh my god. So yeah, you know, thoughts and prayers to all the One Direction fans out there. I know it's a very trying time for you guys. Just know that you have my support. And also thoughts and prayers to the Payne family. I guess it's not a very trying time for them. Naturally. Okay, this is a comedy podcast. Not really. I haven't fucking said a single funny thing in 3 episodes. 4, actually. There's an episode 0 as well. Episode 0 is literally just episode 1. But I didn't like that recording. So I re-recorded the podcast with the same topic. And that was the episode 1 that went public. Okay. So yeah, I lost my Wordle streak. My Duolingo streak still going strong. It's at 433 days. I did consider also letting my Duolingo streak die, because I thought it'd be fun if both of them were like synced up. You know. So I reach 100-day streak on Wordle, I reach 100-day streak on Duolingo. But unfortunately Duolingo doesn't have that 1 year badge. You know, if you have a 1 year long streak on Duolingo, you get a little fire emoji next to your name. And I do like the fire emoji. I do like feeling special. So I'm not gonna lose my Duolingo streak. I've been learning French on Duolingo. J'étudie français or Duolingo. J'étudie français or Duolingo. Bonjour. Bienvenue. Not Tuah Podcast. Je suis ton host. Je suis ton host. Yeah, I don't really have an intro for the podcast. I guess that's it. Welcome back to the Not Tuah Podcast. I'm your host. That's the intro. Okay. Speaking of games that I play on my phone, I recently started playing the ball game. Let me look up the name. It's a phone game, so it had like a stupid ass name. Oh no, this is actually a very fine name. It's called Break Brick. It's like Breakout. You have a little paddle on the bottom of the screen, and you have a ball, and you're supposed to send the ball up and break the brick. It's a fun, addictive game. I go through these phases with mobile games. I obsessively play one of them for a couple of weeks. Before Brick Break, it was SpongeBob Get Cooking. It's just a SpongeBob cooking game. You manage a bunch of different restaurants, which is okay. Then kind of weird. In that game, you don't start off at the Krusty Krab. You start off cooking at SpongeBob's house. SpongeBob is selling pancakes, and that's where you start. Yeah. So you cook at SpongeBob's house. Then you cook at the Krusty Krab. Then you cook at Sandy's house. Then you cook at Weenie Hut Jr., Larry's kelp juice bar, Larry the Crab. Oh no, Larry the Lobster. I was thinking of Mr. Crab. Larry the Lobster kelp juice bar. Then you have like your own breakfast plate made out of sand. Then you work at the Salty Spittoon. Salty Spittoon there, and then a cafe, a breakfast food joint, and currently, and a pizzeria somewhere. No, the breakfast food joint was made with sand, right? So you go cafe, then pizzeria, and now at the current level that I'm at when I stop playing, that is a pasta restaurant. We got spaghetti, and we got ravioli. Oh, ravioli! Give me the formioli. That's definitely why it's the ravioli restaurant. Fucking way too loud of a realization there. My bad. Peaked up on the waveform here. That it looks stupid. Yeah, but anyways, Brick Break. Let me reposition myself here. Okay, I reposition myself. That looked too loud. Okay. Brick Break is a fun game, but I don't like. I'm on level like 250 right now, I think. These are way too loud. Hang on. I might need to readjust the mic. No, mic position looked good. Just had a quick listen. That's movie magic for you guys. I stopped recording and I listened back to the last clip. And you couldn't even tell. Anyways, yeah, Brick Break. I'm on level 250 something. And they hook you in. They hook you in at the start. These easy to complete levels that take like 5 seconds. And now I'm on level 250, and it's just like it's just a huge area of these bricks, and as soon as the ball hits a brick, it comes right back down. And what do you want in these kind of brick breaking games? You want like a ricochet effect. You want a ricochet effect, 'cause every time you like break a block, there's a chance for the block to drop a power up. And one of the power ups is a 3x splitter. So like your one ball becomes 4 balls. And they just kinda, so if you have like a ricochet effect and you get the 3 times power up, you just have a bunch of balls flying around in that space. and that'll break more bricks. You'll get more power up. You'll be able to clear the level. That's fun. But if it's just a set of bricks, like a rectangle of bricks, it's very hard to get a ricochet going. Very hard to get a ricochet going, and it doesn't. The balls don't follow physics. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. They don't do that. They pick a random direction to bounce off in. So again, very hard to get a ricochet going on these kinds of levels. And I feel like that must be their tactic, because you can buy your own 3x power up. So what I've been doing, they also give you some for free. So what I've been doing is I've been saving up the free ones, and like on a particularly infuriating level, I just get like a mini ricochet going, and then I spam all my free 3x power up, and that makes a big ricochet, and I clear the level. Still very annoying. I would like to go back to the simple levels that take 5 seconds to clear. Thank you. That's my message to the developers of Brick Break. Alright. Let's move on to the next topic here. My purple toothpaste. So I ran out of toothpaste a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, I think it was at this point. Ran out of toothpaste, and I was, perusing the options that they had for toothpaste. And one thing jumped out at me. It was a purple. Well, I would go and look at the toothpaste, but I'd have to get up for that. But it was advertised as like a purple toothpaste, and it was purple because if you have like yellowing teeth, yellow plus purple equals white somehow. Which I don't know enough about color theory to tell if that's bullshit or not, but it sounds right. I know that fuck, what am I saying? Right, I know that if you have a white cloth and you add just like a hint of blue to that white, it makes it look extra white. I know that's the thing. So I was like, okay, purple plus yellow should make a bit of white. I guess that does make some kind of sense, because purple is like close-ish to blue. So I bought the toothpaste, and when I first used it, oh my god, it tasted fucking disgusting. Yeah, okay, like here's a controversial opinion. I do like a minty. I like a minty toothpaste. I like to have a little bit of mint flavor in my toothpaste. But this one, it tasted kind of rotten. I had to check to make sure I didn't accidentally order like face wash or something. But I mean, I have to say, I do have to declare, it is showing results. My teeth are significantly whiter than they were before I bought the toothpaste. And this is not an ad. I'm not even going to mention the brand name of the toothpaste. Just know that if you're trying to buy toothpaste and it has purple in it, the purple toothpaste does work. There might be other brands selling purple toothpaste. Pick whichever brand you like. This is not a sponsor, this is not an ad. Okay? But yeah, purple plus yellow does equal white. Apparently my teeth are whiter than they are before. And over time I did get used to the taste of the toothpaste. Now it doesn't bother me that much. So yeah, purple toothpaste. Recommended. I seal of approval by the purple toothpaste. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic. Okay. How long have we been recording? 34 minutes. I usually aim for like a 40-45 minute podcast. So yeah, I think I can wrap this up in 10 minutes. Okay. Um. So lately, I've been kind of freaked out by the moon. I don't know what it is. I feel like there's something up with the moon. It all started like a couple days ago. I went out into my balcony and I just saw the moon. It was like right there in the sky, and I was like, oh, you know, the moon. Hi moon, what's up? Wagwan. Just move the mic again. No, I don't know if that came through, but I did move the mic. Okay. So I looked at the moon and I was like, that's the moon, right there. I like the moon. For context, I have looked at the moon a lot in my life. I was like kind of required to, not required, but like encouraged to look at the moon a lot in my life. So I have an innate, not innate, like a primal understanding of the moon. And on that day, something about the moon looked wrong. That's not what the moon looked like, I thought. I ended up staring at it for like 20 minutes. And, I talked to a few people and they were like, there's nothing wrong with the moon. Are you like fucking crazy or something? But I knew there was something up with the moon that night. I couldn't really take my mind off it. I thought I was like going crazy or something, because apparently no one else reported problems with the moon. And then because I couldn't let it go, I went back out the next day, and it was a very cloudy night. Couldn't see the moon, but there was like a mall or something opening up, and they had these spotlights that they would shine into the sky, and they would like move them around and make them dance. Uh, and again, I don't know, like something happened. I got freaked out by that. I was like, what the fuck happened to the moon? Um, but no, it was just spotlight, definitely, for sure, it was just spotlight. Anyway, and then the day after that, again, I went out to check the moon again. There were some clouds in the sky, but it was still like a very clear sky. That bitch was not there. And like, I went out at the same time. Okay, so here's the timeline. It's been 4 days, right? Currently we're on day one, or I guess I should call it night. So last night was night one. Before that was night two. Before that was night three. Before that was night four. Night four was when I first noticed something weird. Night three is when the spotlight incident happened. Night two was about as cloudy as night one, and on about as cloudy as night four. And on night two, I went out at the same time. Went to the same place that I did on night four, but the moon wasn't there. 48 hours prior to that point, I was in that exact same spot, and the moon was right there. And now I'm back at that spot, and there's no moon, and it was a clear night, as clear as it was on night four. So I should have been able to see the moon, but I couldn't. I don't know what was up with that. Genuinely, I'm like kind of freaked out by that. And then now, night one, last night, my mom sent me a picture. It was a fucking blood moon. Where she lived, it was a blood moon. Now, that genuinely, no word of a lie, that did kind of freak me out. Because I've been worrying about the moon for the last 3 days. Like, I wouldn't say worrying, but like I was thinking about the moon. I was concerned for the moon, I guess, let's say. I was concerned for the moon for 3 days, and then a blood moon happens. There's something up with that. You can't tell me there's something up with that. I don't know, much to consider with the fucking blood moon and shit. I might start a cult over this. But, if I do start a cult, it'll be one of the chill ones. Yeah? Yeah. A chill cult leader, that's what I'm gonna be. Alright. Yeah, I guess let's wrap it up here. This has been a very eventful episode of the podcast. I didn't get to discuss all the topics that I wanted to discuss. 1, 2, 3, 4. I discussed 4 of the 8 topics that I had planned. But again, these are not like time sensitive topics. I can discuss the remaining topics at like any point, really. Yeah, anyway. Thank you for watching, or thank you for listening to another episode of the Not Tuah Podcast. For legal reasons, that is the Not Tuah Podcast, NOTTUAH. I am not affiliated with Haley Welch or the Talk Tuah Podcast. I've been your host, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye, everybody.